Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. It's Christmas in July over at Spellbinders. I recently posted an unboxing video for the Make It Merry limited edition Christmas kit for 2023. So now it's time to get into it. Today I'm sharing Christmas tags. These are all quick and easy to pull together. I have a baker's dozen to give you some tag making ideas. All of my tags were cut using the die from the Create a Decorative Tag die set. I've selected 13 of the 20 designs that are available in the Make It Merry 6x6 paper pad. The paper is a lighter weight, so I'm able to stack 3 of the papers together at once and die cut them. So needless to say, I have my 13 patterned paper tags die cut in no time at all. Because of the light weight, I'm going to adhere them to tags that have been die cut from Nina Classic Crest 110 pound cardstock. The first thing that I did was lay out all of my tags. I then selected various images and sentiments from the kit to create designs. After everything was laid out, then I could start putting them together. All of the tags, the first step is to adhere the patterned paper tag to the white cardstock one back to back, so the good side is showing on both sides. Then everything is laid out again and I make some decisions about what is going to be adhered directly to the tag and which elements are going to be popped up with some foam squares. So in the background is a stack of round presents. That's going to be adhered directly to the tag, just slightly overhanging it on the side. The stocking is popped up with some foam squares and placed right at the top of the tag. When you go through the package of die cut shapes, you'll notice that there are 2 of each design. So that gives me an opportunity to tack these 2 sets of presents together to create a border. I'll have a couple of single presents that will be tucked in behind. Once those have been adhered, then the border of presents can be popped up with a foam strip. I'll use a puffy sticker sentiment that says wrapped in love. Perfect. On to the next one. I'm going to be adhering a beautiful snow globe onto this scripty background. The snow globe is quite big. I don't want to waste all of my foam squares, so I'm using some scraps of sheet foam to pop it up. The flag end sentiment will be adhered directly to the tag. And 3 gold foil snowflakes are positioned. One of them is going to be attached directly to the snow globe, so I put a foam square on the back of it just to give it some stability. Liquid adhesive is added to the sheet foam, and then the snow globe is adhered to the tag. And the remaining 2 snowflakes are popped up with foam squares. And I saved the best for last for myself. I love embellishments, and I'll do all 13 tags at the end at once. This pretty floral background is going to have some bells sitting right at the top that have been popped up with foam squares. Then I add in this cute sentiment, mistletoe kisses, that has the same color tones as the bells. Looks so pretty together. Little squirrel holding a heart-shaped ornament is popped up with foam squares. This tag has been die cut from one of my favorite papers, the foiled script on green. And I'm going to be adhering a sentiment that reads, "Friends like you make the season magical." And the cute candy canes and the Christmas pudding are going to be popped up with some foam. And as you can see, even though the foam squares have been used, I still make use of every bit of foam adhesive. Once you've figured out the designs for each tag, they just go together so quickly. This next tag, before it is adhered to the cardstock one, I put some tape runner on the back of the tag and wrap it with some pretty metallic thread. As I wrap it, I like to have a point at the center of the tag in the front where it crisscrosses. And the adhesive at the back of the tag keeps everything in place. Patterned paper tag is adhered to the cardstock one, again making sure that they're adhered back to back so both sides look good. The vintage car is a large image, and so again, like the snow globe, I'm going to use some scrap pieces of sheet foam to pop it up onto the tag. I adhered a flag end sentiment to the tag and even finished up the top of the Christmas tree with a little gold star. For this tag, I'm starting off with a garland of stars which fits perfectly at the top of the tag. Both the garland and the Christmas tree are adhered directly to the tag. The sentiment, which is positioned at the bottom, is from the chipboard set. These sentiments are dimensional, so before I attach the deer, I'm just going to trim it off at the bottom so that it has a straight edge. I want the deer to sit flush against the sentiment and pop it up with some foam squares. And this card is finished off with a large star with some foiling on it and a little red star on top of the Christmas tree. Of all the tags, this is my favorite with this sweet deer and its punny sentiment strip. Those pretty leaves are popped up right at the top of the tag. And when all the tags are made and I'm doing the embellishing, I'll add in some pretty shiny berries. Some adhesive is placed on the hoofs of the deer and it's attached to the top of the sentiment banner. And then the whole thing is popped up with some foam adhesive and also a strip of white sheet foam. And I think my favorite tag was the quickest one to make. So that was my favorite tag. But my favorite patterned paper is this one along with one of the foil text ones. I'm using this large scripty sentiment from the die cut shapes. It's fabulous and I'm popping it up with some scrap pieces of the foam adhesive. And the Christmas tree is adhered directly to the tag and finished off with one of the puffy sentiments. For this tag, I'm going to create a little scene and I start off by attaching the bells on top of the tag. The church and the house will be adhered together. And I'll just place them on the tag so that I can position the two Christmas trees behind them. And in amidst everything, I found the star garland that was meant to go on the tag that I just completed before this one. And after the second evergreen tree is adhered to the tag, then I pop up the little bunny on top of the buildings. I pop them up with some sheet foam and adhere it to the tag. This next tag, I have my stockings all laid out on a wood grain background. The middle stocking is centered at the top of the tag and then the two other stockings adhered on either side of it. Because the stockings are close together, it's easy to get them lined up following the curve of the banner sentiment. And then I use a strip of foam adhesive to adhere the banner on top of it. And then a second sentiment is added to the bottom with one of the puffy stickers that says "'Tis the Season." For this next tag, the sentiment from the die cut shapes will be adhered directly to the tag. It reads, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." A pair of mittens will also be adhered directly to the tag, catching the bottom corner of the sentiment panel. And then the cup of cocoa will be layered on top with some sheet foam. Cute little Santa's hat will sit on top, also popped up with foam. Before the patterned paper tags adhered to the cardstock one, I'm going to wrap it using some of the metallic thread. The adhesive from the tape runner holds everything in place, making this an easy and quick task. Then the tag is adhered to the cardstock one. The curved Merry Christmas banner is adhered to the top with a strip of foam. Foam adhesive will also be used to attach the ornaments. I start off by centering the middle one. A smaller ornament is popped up left of it. And on the other side, I pop up a small ornament, and then right below that, to keep everything balanced, I attach a second one. For the final tag, sheet foam has been adhered to the back of a beautiful Christmas lantern. The lantern is popped onto a foiled polka dot tag. It is finished off simply with one of the circular chipboard sentiments. Now my favorite part, embellishing. The red confetti and the garnet adhesive gemstones are used to highlight various aspects of each of the tags. Cotton embroidery thread is used to loop through the tags to create the tie. All of the confetti embellishments are topped up with Nouveau Crystal Drops Morning Dew. When the morning dew dries, it is clear, giving the confetti a beautiful jewel-like appearance. The morning dew is also used to highlight the eyes of the animals. For a touch of sparkle, the top of the cocoa, the trim on Santa's hat, and the mittens are topped up with some Nouveau Glitter Drops White Blizzard, which also dries clear and is super sparkly. And typical me, I can't control myself and I have to look for any other places on the tags where I can increase that sparkle factor. And that completes a baker's dozen of Christmas tags using Spellbinder's Make It Merry Christmas Kit. And because everything is on hand and there's no coloring involved, these tags come together so quickly and they are super fun to make. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I appreciate your visit.